Hello and welcome. Today we're going to discuss an essential part of our daily lives, processing mail. In this chapter, we will be discussing on incoming and outgoing mail. However, in this part, we will discuss incoming mail processes. Subtopics on outgoing mail processes will be discussed in part 2. Now, let us take a look what is processing mail. Processing mail involves the systematic handling and distribution of letters, parcels, and other items of correspondence. It is a complex process that requires coordination between different parties, including postal workers, mail carriers, and delivery companies. The process of mail processing starts with sorting. All mail must be sorted according to its destination, size, weight, and priority. This sorting process ensures that the mail is delivered to the correct recipient in a timely manner. Once the mail is sorted, it is transported to the delivery center, where it is further sorted and prepared for delivery. This may involve loading it onto trucks, airplanes, or other modes of transportation. When the mail arrives at its destination, it is once again sorted and prepared for delivery. Postal workers then deliver the mail to the recipient's mailbox or doorstep, ensuring that it is delivered to the correct address. Processing mail is a critical part of our daily lives, and it's essential to ensure that it's done correctly. From sorting to delivery, every step of the process requires careful attention to detail and coordination. Next, we will discuss sorting mail. Sorting mail is an important task for any company, regardless of size. However, sorting mail can vary significantly between small and large companies. In small companies, the receptionist or office manager often sorts mail. This individual will sort mail by the recipient, placing each person's mail in their designated mailbox or on their desk. This process is relatively straightforward, as there are usually only a few recipients to consider. In contrast, sorting mail in large companies can be more complex. These companies may receive a large volume of mail each day, including letters, packages, and other types of correspondence. To handle this volume, large companies often have a dedicated mailroom and team of workers responsible for sorting and distributing the mail. The mailroom team will sort the mail according to various criteria, such as recipient, department, or priority. Depending on the company's needs and resources, they may use sorting machines or other technology to assist with this process. Once the mail is sorted, it is typically distributed to the appropriate individuals or departments for further processing. This may involve additional sorting or opening and processing the mail contents, depending on the company's policies and procedures. In some companies, mailroom workers are responsible for opening all of the mail before delivering it to the intended recipient. This process is designed to ensure the safety and security of the company's employees and property. However, it is important to note that not all mail is opened by mailroom workers. Personal or confidential envelopes are typically exempt from this process and are delivered directly to the intended recipient without being opened. Processing mail can sometimes involve exposure to potentially dangerous substances. These substances may include hazardous chemicals, biological agents, or other materials that can cause harm to the body. To protect themselves from exposure, office workers should take necessary precautions. This includes wearing gloves and a face mask, particularly when handling packages or envelopes that may contain dangerous substances. Additionally, if a package appears suspicious, it should not be opened. Instead, the recipient should immediately alert the relevant authorities, such as the local post office or law enforcement. In conclusion, protecting oneself against dangerous substances in mail is crucial. By wearing gloves and a face mask and not opening suspicious packages, office workers can minimize the risk of exposure and ensure their safety. Sorting mail is a critical task for companies of all sizes. To make this process more efficient and accurate, various sorting units are used to help manage and organize incoming mail. One common method of sorting mail is to use compartments, each labeled with the name of an individual or department within the organization. This method is often used in smaller companies with lower volumes of mail. Mail is sorted by hand into each compartment, ensuring that it is delivered to the appropriate person or department. For larger companies, A rotary sorting unit can be a valuable tool for managing incoming mail. These units are designed to sort large volumes of mail quickly and efficiently. The unit rotates, allowing mail to be sorted into multiple compartments as it passes through. Each compartment is labeled with the name of an individual or department, ensuring that the mail is delivered to the correct recipient. Once the mail has been sorted, it is ready for distribution within the organization. The specific procedures for delivering mail can vary depending on the size and structure of the company. In smaller companies, it is common for a worker from each department to come to the mailroom to pick up the department's mail. This can be an efficient way to distribute mail, as it ensures that each department receives their mail quickly and without delay. In some cases, a mailroom employee may carry the mail in a basket or cart from the mailroom to the departments. This method can be useful for companies with a larger volume of mail or for those with departments located in different buildings or areas. For larger companies, an automated delivery system may transport mail to various departments. These systems can be highly efficient and can help ensure that mail is delivered quickly and accurately to the appropriate recipients. Here are some tips for opening mail in an organization. First, always use a letter opener to open envelopes. It may prevent damage to the envelope's contents. Second, it's important to know that personal or confidential marked envelopes should not be opened. If you accidentally open one of these envelopes, make a note on the envelope indicating that it was opened by mistake and put your initials on it to document that you acknowledged the mistake. Verify that all enclosures referred to in the correspondence are enclosed when opening mail. It's a good idea to mark all incoming mail with a current date and time using a rubber stamp, a timestamp machine, or a pen or pencil. This helps to track when the mail was received and can be useful for tracking purposes. Lastly, you should underline or annotate the correspondence if you're helping to answer mail. This can help you track which letters have been responded to and identify important points in the correspondence. By following these procedures, you can ensure that mail is opened and processed correctly, helping to keep your organization running smoothly. Managing incoming mail involves more than just opening envelopes. Documenting and routing mail is an important part of the process, and here are some tips to help you keep track of your mail. First, keep a record of items you expect to receive under separate cover to be sure you received them. This can be important for time-sensitive items, such as invoices or contracts. You can create a spreadsheet or database table to record the current date, the item expected, the date expected to receive the item, and the person or company who will send the item. You might also include a column to record the date the item is received. If you're handling mail for several people, include the name of the person expecting the item. This can help to ensure that the item is delivered to the correct recipient. Establishing procedures for routing mail within the organization is also important. This could involve creating a system for distributing mail to specific departments or individuals, or using tracking systems to monitor the progress of mail delivery. Next, we will look at how to protect confidential information, as it is important in a workplace. Here are some guidelines to help you protect confidential information. First, know your supervisor's preferences when handling confidential information. Your supervisor may have specific procedures or guidelines that you should follow to ensure that confidential information is handled appropriately. However, you should know what information you should and should not give to visitors or callers. Second, follow your company's mail procedures. Place confidential mail in a folder or secure location where it will be seen only by the intended recipient. Third, secure your workstation. When you are not at your workstation, make sure to lock your computer and secure any confidential documents that are left out. This can help to prevent unauthorized access to confidential information. Ensure you keep others from reading confidential information on your computer screen. Fourth, protect written documents. When handling confidential documents, keep them in a secure location and do not leave them unattended. If you need to transport confidential documents, use a sealed envelope or container and hand Deliver the documents to the intended recipient. Finally, reduce electronic information loss. When working with electronic files, back up your files regularly and use strong passwords to protect sensitive information. Be sure to change your password frequently. What is the difference between a referral and a routing slip? Let's take a look on it. A referral slip is a document that accompanies items sent to another person and indicates a requested action. It typically includes information about the person or document being referred and the reason for the referral. Referral slip is a series of instructions from which the supervisor may choose. For example, a referral slip might list instructions for handling a document, such as review and approve. By providing these options on the referral slip, the supervisor can easily indicate what action should be taken and ensure that the document is processed promptly. On the other hand, a routing slip is a document used to route magazines, documents, or other correspondence that should be read by more than one person in the organization. The routing slip is typically attached to the front of the routed item and includes a list of the people who should read it and commonly used when multiple people need to review the same document, such as a memo or report. Using a routing slip, the document can be easily circulated to everyone who needs to read it, without needing multiple copies. When using a routing slip, the receiver of the document is responsible in forwarding it to the next person on the list. Once everyone on the list has read the document, the last person on the list sends the document back to the original sender or storage location. As you can see, these are an example of a referral and a routing slip. When you work in a mailroom, it's important to prioritize the mail you receive so that you can ensure that the most important items are delivered quickly and efficiently. Prioritizing mail can help to ensure that important messages are addressed promptly, while less urgent items can be handled in due course. As a general rule, the following order can be used to arrange mail. Urgent messages. This might include documents that have been received by fax or email that require immediate attention. Personal and confidential letters. These should be handled with care and delivered only to the intended recipient. Business letters, memos, or other correspondence of special importance. These might include items that require a response or action or that are related to important projects or initiatives. Letters containing checks or money orders. These items should be handled with care and delivered promptly to the appropriate person or department. Other business letters. This category might include routine correspondence or items that can be handled at a later time. Next, letters containing orders should be processed promptly to ensure timely fulfillment. It's important to verify that the order is complete and accurate before proceeding. Letters containing bills, invoices, or other payment requests should be handled promptly to ensure timely payment. Advertisements should be reviewed to determine their relevance and potential benefit to the organization. If the advertisement is relevant, it should be filed or passed on to the appropriate department for review. Other than that, newspapers and magazines should be distributed to the appropriate departments or individuals. Packages should be handled with care and checked for any signs of damage. It's important to verify the contents of the package and ensure that it's delivered to the correct recipient. Handling mail while away from the office requires some additional measures to ensure that important correspondence is not missed. Here are some tips. First, maintain a mail register. Keep a log of all incoming mail, including the date received, sender, and a brief description of the contents. This will help you keep track of important correspondence. Communicate with the traveler immediately. If you receive mail that requires urgent attention, make sure to contact the person who is away from the office right away. Next, refer routine mail to others. Then, answer mail within your area of responsibility. If you have the authority and knowledge to respond to certain correspondence, go ahead and answer it yourself. Send a synopsis of received mail. If the traveler is on an extended business trip, consider sending them a summary of the mail received or a copy of the mail register. This will help them stay up to date on important correspondence. Lastly, store mail appropriately. After the mail has been prioritized and any urgent action has been taken, store it in a secure location where it will be safe until the traveler returns to the office. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video on Processing Mail Part 1. Hope to see you in Processing Mail Part 2.